Hey guys, JHub here, and today I'm bringing some Black Ops 3 multiplayer beta gameplay on the PS4, I believe, because I still have the M87, but I'm using the base killstreak still. But today I wanted to go over a couple things because apparently Activision has launched their new gaming league. So I'm going to be using Charlie Intel to talk to you about this because it just came out within the past hour. I think it's pretty cool what they're doing, so let's go ahead and get into it. So Activision today announced they're going to be taking their own involvement into the esports. By hosting their own World League called Call of Duty World League. Activision has created a new team dedicated to launching and maintaining the new league. This means that they are putting in a lot of time, effort, and people to actually get this league up and running and going before Black Ops 3 comes out. That means they are definitely going to be focusing on this, trying to, I guess, even make it big on Twitch or whatever it's going to be posted. So now I expect MLG will not be dominating the market or UMG. Now I imagine that COD and Activision are going to try to push their own to make it as big as they possibly can. So, the Call of Duty World League will be comprised of two divisions, the Pro Division and the Challenge Division, each of which will feed into the grand finale of competitive Call of Duty season and biggest event in console esports. The Call of Duty Championship professional Call of Duty teams in North America, Europe, Australia, and New Zealand will battle throughout the year in a regional competition during the Pro Division regular season to earn their ticket for the Call of Duty Championship and will compete for the largest seasonal cash prizes in Call of Duty to date. The Call of Duty World Pro League kicks off in January 2016 in North America, Europe, Australia, and New Zealand. So I think this seems about right. They're going to kick it off at the beginning of the year. This will be on the PlayStation 4. I think that's where they went ahead and announced that the whole beginning of their shift over from Xbox One to PlayStation 4, because I guess Treyarch now has the contract, so they're going to follow up with competitive. So that means all those pro players who are very used to Xbox One controllers and whatnot, if they haven't already, are going to have to get used to PlayStation 4, or else they might flop and might not be in the competitive season for too long, because I know people get used to controller because they've been playing with the Xbox 360 and Xbox One controller for the past, decade? So now, for those of them who have never been on PlayStation 4 or really was never competitive on PlayStation 4, they're going to have to adapt, and they're going to have to do it fairly quickly to see what is going on. So, the Challenge Division will provide a path for amateur and other aspiring pro players to compete with each other and enhance their competitive skills as well. The winning teams in the Challenge Division will also earn a spot in the Call of Duty Championship by competing in a series of official LAN tournaments. So the pro section that we talked about earlier is going to be just for that, the pros. I guess there's 8 or 10 teams at this point. I really don't follow them anymore, who bounce around pretty much the same players within themselves. So it's really nothing new, so it's not really anything exciting. I guess you could argue that for football or stuff like that, but then again, the NFL has, 32-plus teams, I guess you could say. So it is going to be interesting to see how this is going. I guess that's why they're adding in the challenge tier. That way they can get new blood in, maybe see some talent that hasn't existed beforehand to try to, I don't know, expand competitive as a whole. And this might even interest me. Maybe I'll find a couple other pub stoppers and see if we can hold our own in ranked. I think I can hold my own just a little bit. We'll find out. I think I'm going to actually give it a shot. And this will also help pull them in. So, I guess the championship will be in fall 2016. I think usually the Call of Duty Championship, for some reason, they try to push in spring time, or maybe even summer. I cannot recall correctly, but when a lot of people are still playing the game so they can get their viewer numbers up. So I think at this point Activision's like, no, we're going to go for the entire lifespan of our game, and at the end is when we'll hold the championship, which I think is a pretty good thing. So I am really kind of getting a little bit more hyped for Black Ops 3. I know I'm extremely hyped for zombies. I am partially hyped for multiplayer. I know Specialist is something that I'm not really a fan of, and it brings it all into the competitive thing. I want to see competitive. I want to see them get rid of the whole banning thing. I know they're trying to copy League of Legends, whereas you can ban 5 or 6 things to make it a little bit difficult. But if someone's really good with the gun, you can ban it. Honestly, if anything, just make it to where only one weapon can be picked. One type of weapon per team can be picked. So you can only get one sniper rifle. You can only have one ARX, one submachine gun of that specific type per team. So it's kind of like on the equivalent of League of Legends champions. And let's go with not banning any specialists. I want to see how the quote-unquote pros use these specialists, because I find them quite annoying sometimes when I was playing the beta, especially Reject or the Scythe, which is pretty much the only thing I use, and then the one-hit gun, the Tempest, I believe it was called. So I want to see how they adapt and use that in competitive, or if they just complain a lot saying that it's not balanced and fair to have in the game. Because honestly, I'd like it to get to a point where it's pretty much playing the exact same game as us, minus maybe limiting one thing per team and player to maybe help balance things out. I think it'd make it a lot more interesting, but I would definitely like to know what y'all think down in the comment section below. I know a good chunk of you who watch me are good players and really like getting into competitive stuff. So what do you think? Does this actually give you a fair shot of now maybe making a team and going to the COD Championship? Something that you probably lacked for a while or did not have the ability to do at all, simply because you couldn't. It's really hard to get on a pro team, supposedly. Like, you have to get in the game battles, you have to earn your points, you have to prove yourself, or get on an amateur team, show up at events, show off there, and then maybe you'll get looked at like by a pro team. Whereas now you can get with a group of friends, and if you're really good, you can take it as far as you possibly can before you lose. So I don't know. I think this is really, really interesting with what Activision is doing. Hopefully they don't go nuts and then start trying to make it a pain or unenjoyable or trying to force it down our throats at every turn. This is something to where it's entertaining to watch. Like, if they got some of the League of Legends type people who cast for NA, that is some amazing people. They're funny, they're entertaining. I really, whenever I was watching like Black Ops 2, because like I said, that was the last time I'd watched esports, really, I didn't get that much entertainment out of the casters, but with the League of Legends casters for North America, they are amazing, they're hilarious, and they're actually a little more entertaining than the actual players. So that is something I would definitely like to see. Hopefully Activision is looking at some good people to do that. But I don't know. Like I said, leave me your opinions, comments, concerns, anything you can think of down in the comment section below, because like I said, this is an interesting move for Activision. Maybe it's going to hurt MLG. Maybe we'll see the competitive scene switch back over to Twitch. Maybe we'll see it on YouTube. You never know. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Other than that, peace out.